The Tao Daily Tarot just around the corner. As usual, here's your little heads up. This is the overall theme. Breathe. Seems so simple, but it is so powerful and so necessary right now because you are fighting to kind of get your life back. At least some order, some sense of it. You need to do these two things, but you begin here. I'll have the details for you coming up in a moment. Well, hello, and welcome back yet again to the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here, whether you're a first-timer, long-timer, cross-watcher. Makes no difference. For the first-timers, though, let me give you a little heads up. This is what separates this Tao Daily Tarot from other tarot readings. First of all, it's archetypal. I read generally 8 cards from 4 decks. Sometimes I get to 10 cards, but that's it. Because the Tao is the most basic, the most simple, the most direct. And so everything that I do here is aimed with that Tao philosophy behind it. That's why I read energies and I don't predict. Predicting leaves you in a dependent position. You might be waiting for somebody to come back into your life or coming into your life, or you might waiting for a situation to come to you. You are waiting on other things and other people. When you do the frequencies like I do, the energies, you know what's around you, what's surrounding you at this moment. In fact, surrounding everybody on the whole planet. But the way these energies impact each of us is individualized to each and every person. So for some, this energetic frequency stuff will be really a problem. For other people, not so much. Maybe an aggravation, or actually maybe something really good. So I give you this energetic weather report, and then you take the report, the frequencies, the energies, and you apply them to your life. This gives you the power. And that's the whole point of the Tao Daily Tarot. I also do the Hyper Shuffle, and I try to get the read within 10 minutes because more is not always better. And you can squeeze a 10-minute read into your day very easily because I do a brand new read, brand new tarot read every day, 365 days a year. So I mentioned the Hyper Shuffle. Let me show you. And there you go. There is the Tao Daily Tarot Hyper Shuffle. Let's get to the reading for today. The Oracle card, the overall energy of this reading is breathe. A very simple but very, very powerful activity. Breathing is probably one of the most important things that you can do. You know that, of course, because you go, well, geez, I'd die if I'm not breathing. But it does so much throughout your body and your psyche. Breathe. Okay? That is the main energy we're dealing with in this reading. We begin on the side of energies of coming and going. 2 of Wands. Looking out optimistically into the future. And you see, one staff is already planted, another he's holding up. He's made his choice. Because in his right hand, he's also holding a globe. He sees the future, and he sees it with passion, enthusiasm, and joy. And if you keep breathing, the more you breathe, maybe you'll see your future with passion and happiness and joy. Because right now, you're kind of stuck. Right now, as we continue in the energies of coming and going, 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles says, I feel like an orphan. Really, I feel like an orphan. I feel alone. Now, the interesting thing here is that may be self-imposed because you see the 2 people are walking in front of a doorway with the 5 of Pentacles lit up. It is a church in the traditional red or white deck. But they choose not to go in. They could get comfort, but they choose not to go in. To me, the 5 of Pentacles is a lack of self-worth. And that is what is going on for many, 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 many people these days. They feel a lack of self-worth. They do not feel this joy and optimism and enthusiasm for the future. And that is why the reminder, keep breathing, keep yourself calm, keep yourself centered, breathe. We move on now to the energies of pushing and pulling. And we move to justice. Justice is the balance. Justice is the fairness. Justice is giving a sense of fairness, I guess, is probably the word that I would have to go back to. Just to know that you have everything balanced in your life, right? Fairness, law, logic, truth. Okay? That's what you're striving for. Logic, truth, balance. And you're working in that area because you're dealing with the Eight of Pentacles. You are working to establish your own set of values. You are working to say, okay, what is important to me? What am I willing to work at? I've been told what's important to me, and maybe it's not important to me anymore. I mean, our values, it's amazing. Our values in so many ways have changed over the past year or two. And so you are working to reestablish a sense of your own self-worth, right? To give yourself that encouragement, that belief in yourself, that faith in yourself. You're working towards that future that is optimistic, positive, and enthusiastic. Okay? And you do that at this point in your life by breathing a lot. We go move forward now to the first magnifier card, Knight of Swords, bringing in some amazing news or insight. You see that sword raised above his head and the light. It is a flash of inspiration. Doesn't have to be big, but just something enough to get you to change momentum, to get you to change direction. That little flash of inspiration, very much like the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. And then we move to one of my favorite cards, if not my favorite card, and that's the Fool, because the Fool for me is an act of faith. And everything at this point in your life kind of fits that category. It is literally an act of faith. Things are so changeable and changing that it's hard to plan. You don't know from day to day. And so being the Fool, acting the Fool, means that you act in faith. I love that card. And how do you help do that? By breathing. Deep breath. Refresh. Alrighty, we move now to the vice versa cards, and here we go back, facing forward. Five of Pentacles, the idea that, yes, it is possible to get inside and get relief, but you choose not to. You feel not worthy. You feel that, well, I don't deserve it. Your self-worth has been taking a beating, especially over the last year or two. And when you get two Five of Pentacles like this, or two cards, period, that repeat in a reading, there's a big message there. Your self-worth is battered and bruised. And in fact, to add to that, another vice versa card going forward, Ten of Wands, just tired. I'm carrying the burden. My enthusiasm, my joy, my joie de vivre is gone. I'm carrying other people's burdens. I'm listening to other people. And it's doing is weighing me down, and it's killing my joy in life. Time to put their burdens down so that I can breathe, increase my self-worth, and have a life of my own. It's time for healing. It's time for healing. And one of the best ways to heal is breath. Breath is so absolutely vital and important in terms of just adjusting everything inside of you in a healthy way. So the star reminds us that this is a time of healing. This is a time to make sure that you are giving yourself the love. You see the two cups there, pouring water? Okay, it's emotion. It's time for some self-love. And the beginning always starts with breathing. Breathe deeply and have a much better life, because you need to rebuild your sense of self-worth. You need to rebuild your sense of future, because it's all moving on faith. Right now, you're just taking a step forward blindly, hoping for the very best. Breathe. That's the first step to getting your life back. Very, 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 very powerful card reading. I am very happy for you. And it gives you good, clear advice on how you need to move forward and how you need to go ahead in your life. Breathe, relax, and center. And it will come together. You will heal. You will get your self-worth back. Excellent. Let's see. We wrapped up that interview or wrapped up that segment. How about if we remind you, hey, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. That way, the folks at YouTube know that you're interested. Always, too, when you come back to the reading, every time, please hit the like button. Again, that's very important. So, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I think we're going to be in great shape. And I thank you again for your support. It's absolutely essential. It's vital, and I love the friendship that comes along with it. So between now and the next time you and I talk tarot together, blessings.